Alright, hi, good day, my name is John Superville, and today I'm going to show you how to create a domain server, domain service, using Active Directory. I'm going to do it on Windows Server 2008, Release 2, R2, and let's give a brief explanation of what is an Active Directory. It is basically a database where you can store information about computers all across the domain, printers, different users, all the information, have profiles, women profiles, files, services. So what you're going to do first, you're going to go to here we are at the server machine, virtual machine. We're going to go to start, and okay, server manager. Right, I see I have the server manager here already clicked. So when that is loaded up, we go to, we're gonna add roles. I'm gonna look for the Active Directory domain service. When that starts, right, gonna click next. Here we have Active Directory domain service. Gonna click next. Next, confirm everything. We'll click install. Right, when that is done installed, finished installed. Mind you, all the computers must be able to see each other on the network via setting up the corresponding IP addresses. And when you go to Vista machine and you go to networks, you're supposed to see the server on the PC here. So what you're going to do next, close this. I'm going to show you at first that this machine isn't connected to a domain, it is connected to a work group. So you can see it here, work group, and to change, continue, you see, currently a work group. Okay, so while this is finished, it's complete already. Okay, when this is finished, I'm gonna close this. Ignore that. Usually that error is probably because it isn't finding a domain controller, DSN service controller. So click start, command prompt. I'm going to type this command here, dc promo, and this here is going to load up the Active Directory wizard. And click next. So we're not going to use an existing for us. We are going to create a new one for this video. Next, we're going to give it a name, something simple. endlimit.com. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just put test.com address. That will be the name of the domain. Click next. I'm going to check to see if there is any existing already existing. If no, it's going to create it. And verifying Ignet BIOS name. Okay. You don't need to pay attention right now to the different forest levels, but for this video we're only going to focus on Windows Server 2008. But these is for older model servers, where if they see that, okay, if it is we was to put it on this on Server 2008, Server 2003 and Server 2000 might not be able to connect to the domain. So if you're unsure in your organization that of what domain, the level of domain that it's at, you could just click 2000 just to begin with, but for this video we're going to use 2008. Click next, examine the DNS. Yes, you see, that was the error I was getting earlier on when I checked any rules. So you're gonna check if it's not already checked. You're gonna check the DNS server because it would usually ask for that. Right. Yes. Delegation. This DNS server cannot be created. Blah. Then click yes. And here's where these files is going to be stored on your drive, the server. So we're going to leave that for this video at default. Usually they wouldn't have this on your local machine, you would have this stored somewhere else. So for security purposes, and then click next. I'm going to set a password for the domain. So I'm going to use the same password I used for the server, p at sswort, password p at ssw0 rd, click enter and click next. We will wait for the DNS installation to complete. And when this is complete, then we're going to go to the system machine and connect it to the domain. And then go back to when that is being done and that is restarted and everything, I'm going to show you how to create a trust relationship between both the system machine and the server. So I'm going to hold on for this to finish. When it's complete, it's going to ask you to restart if it's successful. So when it restarts, be back when it is ready to restart. Okay, so it's now ready. Gonna click finish and restart. When we restart, this server will now be a domain controller, and then we're gonna connect the other PC, the other VMs, the machine to the domain. And then after that we're going to restart, and then the computer is going to log in to the domain. It will be logged in by default after it is connected to the domain. So then wait for the server to restart. It's going to have to apply some configurations and updates first before will be ready to be used. Right, see, applying the settings. Hold on a few moments before it asks for the login password. So now it's asking me to log in, so I'm going to log in now. As you could see, the domain test, log in as the administrator. Type the password, enter. I'm gonna wait for it to log in. Right. Usually to pop up telling you that now this PC, this domain controller, blah blah blah. And when that is done, I'm going to go to the system machine and join it to the domain. Right, as you can see. Right, close. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go to first. Let me show you. Okay, collecting data. So as you can see. Okay. Right, close. I'm gonna show you how it's connected to the domain. Properties. So you should see it here. Okay. I'll leave this open here for for future reference. I'm gonna go to the system machine, join it to the domain. What you'll do, you'll click start, right click on computer, you're gonna go to properties, Scroll down. As you can see, it's connected to the work group. I want to change that, so I'm going to go to change settings. I'm going to change domain, and what we will do is we will type as exactly as you see in here. So test.com domain, click OK. Right, it'll ask you for administrator privileges. So you're gonna make sure and spell it correctly. Right, and the password. Otherwise, if you don't, you're gonna get an error. If it's successful, it's gonna ask you to restart. It's gonna give you a welcome message showing that welcome to the domain. As you can see, welcome. Right, and then click OK. It's gonna ask you to restart. So close, restart now. And what will happen is that when the Vista machine reboots, it will no longer be a part of the work group. You're going to have to log in as the administrator to the domain, and from thereafter it's going to always ask you to log you. It will always log in directly to into the domain. So I'm gonna wait for it to boot up here. The server machine, close that. Okay. Wait for it to finish load. Right. Control or delete. So no longer it will be logged in as Vista PC. It will you have to log it in. So you have to go to change user to log it into the domain, other user, and you're going to type the domain name followed by backslash and then administrator. So test backslash the name of the domain, add administrator via the password that you would use at the server, and as long as everything is okay, it should pop you in right into the domain. Okay. So when that is complete, you should be able to see the Vista machine in the directory on the server machine. Then we're gonna make in another video a user profile, a roaming user profile. So close, we're gonna go to start, right click on computer, properties, and now you see it's connected to the test.com domain. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the server machine. We're going to go to start, administrative tools, active directory users and computers, and we should be able, if everything is done correctly, see the Vista machine. So click on test domain, we're going to click on computers, and voila. So now we're going to show you how to create a trusted relationship between both machines. We're going to click right click, click properties, and go to delegation, and then we're going to select trust this computer for delegation to any services Coronas only. Alright, so click apply, and there you have it. one computer connected to a .com domain, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to use profiles to that domain. Bye.